Well, hello, Texans, and welcome here to the Hyundai Texans radio studio, which is also the digital studio, which is also right here at NRG Stadium. Mark Vandermeer and John Harris with you on schedule release day. Johnny, in just a few moments, we'll give away the home opener.
That'll be awesome.
Yes.
That'll be awesome. And by the way, you and I had the same pick for the home opener.
We did.
We had
so
the
we'll
same
see if we're
pick.
right.
See if we're right.
There was a report earlier this week out of Kansas City. It was going to be the Chiefs. We'll see if the report. Oh, you're already giving away that was incorrect, maybe?
Well, I don't know. I'm not thinking it is. I'm not thinking it is.
Well, there have been leaks. This thing is leaking more than the starboard bow of the Titanic. I mean, there are leaks galore in the NFL. The New York Post printed the New York Giants schedule, and I had confirmation that they were accurate on that. Did I just say that on digital TV? Yes, I did. The Bears schedule has allegedly leaked correctly. Oh. Yeah, and a few other dates as well.
Wait. The Chicago? We play Chicago.
We do. We play Chicago.
So the Chicago schedule has been leaked?
Yes, but here's the thing. You got to be sure. You got to be sure that you're dead right on this stuff. And you know, I saw a Texan schedule leak a few years ago that looked so convincing. It looked so good. I thought, all right, here we go. We're going to have this. It's going to be great. We're going to play Miami week one, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it was totally wrong. So as I say all this stuff, New York Post, I'm talking to you. As I say all this stuff, you never know what's going to happen.
That's true. All right, let's take a few questions while we're waiting to find out who our opponent is going to be in the home opener. This is from Adam. When is the optimal time in the year to face an elite quarterback like Patrick Mahomes or Justin Herbert?
When he's hurt. That's the optimal time of year.
I was going to say never.
Yeah.
There's never a time. Maybe on the golf course. Hey, they're actually playing that. Josh Allen. It's Josh Allen. It's Mahomes and Allen going against Rodgers and Brady in the match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not those. I don't know if there's any good time, to be honest with you. I might want to face Kansas City early in the season just because they don't have Tyreek, so they're getting accustomed to being together with a new group, and maybe you catch them off a little bit. The Chargers, a lot of it's the same group. It's a lot of the same group coming back, so I don't know that there really is a good time, to be honest with the Chargers. I think the Chargers in that division, with Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson now there, I think the Chargers are going to be salty, man. I think they're going to be really good.
Well, we saw them here last year. The Texans were able to run the ball on them, which was fantastic. I think that a little bit later in the season is better. Once you're into it a little, your defense understands what they can do really well. I know in training camp and preseason games, we talk about the defense being ahead of the offense and midseason form and all that. But when you're facing an elite quarterback with all the subtleties in the defense, exotic stuff, zone blitzes, whatever, I think that stuff doesn't really get fluid until deeper into the season. So I'd rather wait a few weeks.
Yeah, I would too. So we'll see on both of those. This came from Taylor. Most intriguing non-division road game. Taylor, hang on to that because we now have got information we can share with you. This is awesome.
We can announce officially that the Texans will open the 2022 season at NRG Stadium against the Nemesis. That's right.
We got it right.
They're going to face the Colts on opening day, and it is going to be glorious. Noon kick. And there's our week 2. Now, we can announce the week 2.
Right.
Because, it's Denver's home opener?
It's Denver's home opener. So we figured we did the math on that last night that, hey, we might know our first 2 games, and we do. We know the first one is going to be at NRG Stadium September 11th, and then we'll go and face Russell Wilson and the Horsey Heads Week 2, September 18th, and that will be a 3:25 kick because obviously we're going over a time zone.
I don't know if it was a league or official. They're on the road Week 1 because this is their home opener, that's for sure. They're playing Seattle reportedly, so it's going to be Russell Wilson at Seattle. I don't know if that was a leak or that was an official NFL release.
Correct.
I'm getting them kind of confused because they released all the international games. They've released numerous primetime games, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So you're wondering, wait a minute, is this a leak or is this an official league report?
Right.
So the push notifications I'm getting to my phone, and I get one every day. Yesterday I got the Packers and the Cowboys that they're going to meet up in November at Lambeau, and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. And that's why this leakage, the designed leakage of the league is so cool because everyone talks about these games
all day
like they're playoff games. And normally the schedule's just dumped on your lap and you wouldn't focus on such minute things because you're more interested in your team.
Yeah, no doubt. And to hear people talking, I was listening to Landry and John a little bit today and listening to them talk about the schedule, and they were trying to figure out, and the Brown schedule has been It's been out there. I mean,
really?
Yes.
It's been leaked?
It's been leaked.
Well, there's a leak that the Browns are coming here, in December or something?
December 4th.
Yeah, we'll see if that's right at 7 o'clock tonight. We'll get confirmation on that. Now, here's what's important to remember, because Greg Grissom, Texans president, made this announcement earlier, and maybe it was announced previously, but he drove it home at the Texans Charity Classic on Monday, that you'll be able to buy single-game tickets tonight for some of these games. So the Colts, you want to go see the Colts, you want to go see the Browns, you want to go see whoever at NRG Stadium, or you want season tickets at 7 p.m. We're not going to be ready until 7, until the schedule comes out. So HoustonTexans.com/tickets. Go there, or I like to go to the Texans app. Now this, for the Texans app, it's so easy to use, and you just, with the touch of a button, you're into Ticket Central, and voila, you are buying tickets. It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. You can get a lot of things on the Texans app. So get it on your listening phone device thing, whatever you want to call it. So
all right,
that.
so Colts, Johnny. All right, so a couple of tidbits on this. The Texans opened back-to-back at home against the Colts in 2010 and 2011. 2010 was the Arian Foster 230-yard-plus game.
One of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah.
The Texans were up as many as 17, but that was also the lead they blew in the Rosencopter game and the following year in 2009. So I was still
nervous.
a little nervy until they closed it out, because Peyton Manning threw for 400-plus yards in that game, but they were able to put the stiff arm, proverbially, and kept the Colts away. Following year, Foster unavailable, hamstring injury. Ben Tate runs for, $150 or something, and they beat the Colts again. That was Kerry Collins. So this is the first time you're opening at home against Indy since then, and I like it. I like opening against the Colts. What do I always say? Rip the Band-Aid off. Now, I wouldn't mind opening up there, but, hey, if it's going to be here, let's do it. Let's rock NRG Stadium. Everyone's going to be totally sky high for this opener.
And Matt Ryan's playing his first game. Look, Matt Ryan's played a lot of football in the league. That's no news. But he's playing his first game for the Colts. First game, calling a cadence in a game. I would imagine he's probably not going to play a lot of preseason games.
Let's get it going.
There's a lot of different things that are going to go with that. They're going to play arguably 3 receivers, I would imagine. One's going to be a rookie, Alec Pierce. One is Paris Campbell, who has played all of 15 games in his career.
But
and the other is Michael Pittman. Now, he's pretty on good. But you hope that there is some sort of adjustment period for that group. There's no Mark Glowinski on the offensive line anymore. They're still having issues trying to find the guy at left tackle to replace Anthony Costanzo, he retired after the 2020 season. So you have still some issues there. And, look, they come in here, you're sky high, you make a couple things happen. The last time the Colts were on the field was when?
In Jacksonville.
Against the Jaguars, and they got kicked in the teeth.
Well, they're going to remember that, too.
And you don't think that, they'll try and get all that behind them, but all of a sudden you come out and you land a couple of hard jabs, overhand right, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, is this the Jaguars again? And then they start tightening up, and you never know what happens at that point. So I like it. Come right out of the chute. The Colts are going to be favored to win the AFC South. They're going to be favored to be a top 4 seed. Well, top probably 3 seed in the AFC overall. So let's go see what we got.
Let's see what we got against the Colts. Now, week 2 at Denver, we were able to announce that the Texans will be at Mile High for the first time since the 2018 season, when McManus missed the field goal that continued the Texans' winning streak at the time. That's a 325 kick at Empower Field, which is what they're calling it this week. So that's going to be interesting. Texans at Denver. Look, some hot, some cold over the years, right? You won that game. You lost the Tim Tebow game. Tebow, once upon a time, threw for 300-plus against the Texans. I want to forget about that in 2010, but I don't want to forget about 2012 when the Texans went there week 3 and defeated Peyton Manning and the Broncos when they had it going on, and Houston played very well in that game. That's the kind of performance you definitely want to see out there at Mile High.
We lost the Thrumble game.
The Thrumble game was a Monday Night Football game.
That Thrumble game was brutal. That was the
terrible call.
That was the night Derek Newton hurt both of his knees.
Was it real? I thought that was here. No,
that was there on that Monday. I remember flying back and seeing him on a plane, and he's got one leg on this way, and then we had the Thrumble, and it was Monday night, and it was just there was a fumble at one point. I think Alfred Blue had. It was just that turned the game. That was brutal. Came back in 2018. That was also the first game for Demaryius Thomas, RIPDT. That was his first game back first game for the Texans against his former team. And speaking of, that leak I think is correct with Denver playing Seattle in Week 1.
Right,
how about that? The league has, as crazy as it sounds, the league has a little bit of a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Or
it
trolls or drama, whatever. But to circle up with Denver and Russell Wilson Week 1, I love it.
That's
I absolutely
awesome.
love it. And obviously, that game will be in Seattle if that is true, and I think it is.
Sure. Well,
they got to go Seattle.
They have to be on the road
yeah.
because they're home openers against the Texans.
Right.
So that'll be interesting. And there's a leak that Week 3 the Texans will be at the Bears. We'll see if that's true. 7 o'clock. So you're going to Denver. Now, Denver and Chicago could be tricky games in December weather-wise.
Yes, that's why I'm excited.
In September, you should be in pretty good shape. Although, once upon a time, the Texans played the Broncos in the preseason in 2004, and I swear that game was colder than the return trip they made in late October.
Stop.
Yeah, it's
Stop.
just Denver's weird. Denver's
Stop.
weird weather-wise. The locals will tell you that. But it'll be okay, Johnny, and it'll be fun. That'll be so home. If the leak is true, it's back-to-back on the road, and then, I assume you're back home Week 4. You're not
I hope
three
so.
in a row on the road, although happened. That's happened.
When have we had that happen?
I want early in the O's. It happened once, and I want to say it happened one other time. Where you're on the road.
I feel
3
like it happened one other time.
Yeah.
The one thing that I'm trying to remember what year. Well, 16.
Mm-hmm.
In 16, I was talking with Tyler Marcotte about this. We went to Jacksonville after the bye. We went to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Came back home after the win, 99 passing yards, and then we played a home game in Mexico City.
Yeah. No, that was their home game though.
Then that's right. It was their home game. Then we came back home and played the Chargers, and we still, had the hangover from the loss to the Raiders. Lost that game. Then we had to turn around and go to Green Bay, and then to Indy.
Yeah, that was a rough stretch.
That was a rough stretch
because they lost 3 in a row at one point.
But they won the bookends against Jacksonville and against the.
Once you got the win against Indy, you were able to propel that into an AFC South championship.
That was a rough stretch. So
and you mentioned Mexico. The Texans are not having any international travel this year, but Mexico is sort of a home away from home area for the Texans now, officially, according to league standards, and that means you'll be hearing and seeing a lot about the Texans in Mexico City, Monterrey, our friends who are watching there right now.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a question.
Sure.
All right. Let's take it from Taylor. Let's take this one question and we'll be done. Most intriguing non-divisional road game. Most intriguing non-divisional road game.
Dallas. That's easy.
That's a layup.
Look, the last 2 have been epic overtime games.
Yeah.
You want to see that again. Well, I want to see a win. The win part is very important, no matter how you get it, really. Actually, I'd like to see a blowout. Please.
So let's do this one then.
Yeah.
Lauren, because you brought that up, because it is Dallas.
Yeah.
From Lauren, best Dallas-Houston game memories.
Can you beat the first one, really? Because, look, you won the first one, then you lost 3 in a row. You lost 0-6 up there, a game you led 6-3 at the half. T.O. went nuts in the second half. Romo came in mop-up duty. Then they came here in 2010, and it was not good. And then 2014 was a great game, but you lost in overtime up there in the Battle Red Sea that invaded Jerry World. And then here, overtime victory in 2018, Sunday Night Football, national television. What a phenomenal game that was. I want to see more of that. I think that this will be really interesting. I'm eager to see where that one places on the schedule. Don't forget, 7 o'clock, HoustonTexans.com/tickets. Go to the app. Go ahead and get your single game tickets. Check it out. And we'll be live in a few moments on Texans Radio to talk more about the schedule release. Go Texans.